Out to Chandler. Thought about it. Goes inside.
Got to take his left away. He is so good going to his dominant side.
Williams, hot hand on Friday, and no. Yeah, why would that be any different?
Well, for different reasons.
I just have to clarify that. Some things are just assumed.
Nice cut off the curl, and Williams lays it in.
There he is, Casey Alexander, who played at Belmont back in the 90s and then was an assistant coach to the great Rick Byrd for 16 years. He's now in his 5th season at Lipscomb. Outside shot, yes, that's Williams.
But he made it. Nice tip.
Tapped out, up one, back of the rim.
Lipscomb's had some chances, just not unable to convert.
That was where Pinson's so good.
That's Kenny Williams.
He's solid defensively.
Yeah, exactly. Stay at home. Nice pass.
Williams able to get the shot to drop.
To number 0.
55-44 Tar Heels took control of the game in the last 4 minutes of the first half. The margin's been around 11 most of the way here. First 5 minutes, second half. Make that 14. It's nice of you to wear the white bucks today in his honor.
I got a pair of those white shoes too.
Yeah. There's Williams.
Hit and follow back. Wow. Pretty.
Pepper, his energy and his play has been impressive today.
You know, Trap, they haven't done that. They don't want to generate an easy baskets
this team
early in the game.
It's hard to trap Carolina.
Yeah.
Multiple ball handlers out there on the court.
So a lot of good decision makers. Nice cut. That's a little shuffle. And Pinson.
Here in the ACC tournament that he was in the last half of the season. Barry for 3. Another offensive rebound. Kenny Williams with a putback. Well, Virginia does such a great job of getting back. If you can get the ball down court and get a decent shot early, take it. A 3-pointer for Kenny. They certainly haven't sniffed that against Virginia in quite a while. They haven't given up 70 all season, and they've given up an average of 53 on it per game this year. Williams will knock down a 3 and all attention to the cutter. We're paying that much attention to the cutter. The screener's going to be open, and Virginia saw exactly what you and I were just talking about. Something's wrong with Cam Johnson. He's holding that leg that he injured the other day. Williams elevates and hits. Couple of subs getting. Williams will lay it in to make it a 7-point. Out of a double stack, just curled it into the middle. And sometimes people forget how big Gary Trent is. Good pass out. Kenny Williams for 3. Allen with a floater, not there. The Carolina ball. It looked like he got hit. Pull-up jumper, Kenny Williams to extend the lead.
UNC, and he did say that the game overall just had kind of a weird feel, a weird start to it, that Duval getting hurt kind of battle with his team.
Come out. O'Connell. That would have been a big bucket for the Blue Devils, but now Carolina comes back with numbers. 5-on-4, Bagley behind the play. Williams. Got it! Mentioned the balance on this Miami team. They don't have a single scorer in the top 25 in the ACC this year. They don't have anybody averaging 12 points per game, but they've got 6 players at least 8.5 points per game. Well, you're not going to find many teams that are going to the NCAA tournament that the leading scorer doesn't even average 12 a game. Williams knocks down a 3. Kenny Williams. Robinson to Williams at the other end. Williams gets a second shot at it. That's not the call, but it's a really bad call. Carolina takes over with 2:36 to go. Pinson, nice look ahead to Williams. And Carolina stretches the lead to 8. North Carolina get all the way to the basket. Buell misses the jam. And Pinson just beats Newton to the floor for the ball. Carolina's out-toughing Miami. Just out-toughing from the three-point line. Shooting 44% from 3 over the last 4 games. Williams out of the field. Finishes to the ACC area off the pass, off the bounce. But you got to finish the possession with the rebound. Clock. Battle
tries to create space against Williams.
What superb one-on-one defense by the Tar Heels.
Williams defends and delivers at the other.
That's a stat sheet stuffer. He does some of everything out there on the floor. Plays the point forward, play a quarterback right there. What a pass.
Full court pressure. Williams catches the touchdown. Back and forth they go, and somebody's got to be on the move here. Howard floats, back iron, no. A couple of tips. Out Carolina's way, a 2-on-1. Pinson shares it back, and the lay-in good. Holding the Orange to 33% shooting, making the shots difficult each and every time. Williams ahead of the floor. Sidibe has fouled out. Rebounded and put back by Brissett.
Long pass here.
And the track meet.
That you've seen a Mike Krzyzewski team ever play over his Duke career.
Oh, heck yeah.
Right?
I don't know that he's ever played it even close to as this much.
That 90% of their possessions since the last Carolina game have been zone defense. Corner three should be the final possession of the first half.
I think you want to let Theo Pinson touch this ball in the middle. Let him make a play. There's a lot of space because Alex O'Connell out top trying to guard Joel Berry.
5 seconds.
Good pass.
And Williams with a nice look. Berry the assist. O'Connell cut off by May, finds Carter, stripped by Johnson.
They bring that ball down, and Cam Johnson was right there to take it away.
Good ball movement against the zone.
A great fake.
And Williams knocks down the 16-footer. His second in a row.
Where a great shooter just sees one go in.
And maybe the same applies to Kenny Williams.
Lawrence on the drive, and May with another rebound. May saved it. Williams gets a clean look.
Well, they have answered the call a couple of different times when they could have folded up a bit in a difficult environment. Two-man game, stagger on the weak side.
Kenny Williams. Lights. He is fearless.
How quick did he get that up off the backboard?
Kenny Williams.
How much you prepare for it to go against not only the length, but the way that they cover ground and move on the pass so well. Last year when they struggled in the zone, they didn't do as well moving on the pass. Their improvement in that zone has been because as that ball moves, they're already in movement. They're not reacting late.
You see Joel Berry there giving it up.
That dude.
Howard. May with the rebound. The breakout for Williams. Battle giving chase, and Kenny with the finish.
That was a
Dan Goodell has just checked in for Louisville. He has missed the last couple of games with a left ankle sprain. But a 10.
Williams. Blake Williams known more for his perimeter skill set at this point in his Louisville career, but doing a good job right there, keeping his head to the rim and scoring in the paint.
Right corner three is there for Kenny Williams. Waiting, scoring, Kenny Williams.
Just a guys, you got to get involved.
Just a little too strong for Cam Johnson. An offensive rebound. Berry feeds Williams. Good.
David Padgett was great back cut.
And Kenny Williams converts on the
Pinson. The pull up from the elbow over Burns. Batted back out by Johnson. Very quick ball movement by the Tar Heels. And it led to points per game in the 2-game winning streak. They have 3 tonight. Gibbs and Farrell, all 3 for Gibbs. But Notre Dame within 3, under 6.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Rex Swizzer doing a really good job on Cameron Johnson, just staying with him, not letting him get an open look.
Williams got a good look from
Huge confidence booster for him.
And Roy Williams has been telling him to be more aggressive, and he has been. Woods missed 17 games with a stress fracture of his right foot. Williams, there's aggressiveness.
We don't tell a guy not to shoot the ball. Tell him to keep shooting the ball, and they're going to fall for sure.
Ponzi, thank you.
Thank you.
Sean?
Good coaching. Really good coaching. To be pulling the trigger. There's Pfluger, who missed in the quick transition three. That's 6 of 19 for Notre Dame from three-point range. 5 of those makes are Mooney. Everybody else is struggling.
6.5 gone in the second half. Manley back on the floor. Here's Brandon Robinson, also reinserted into the Carolina lineup for the first time in the second half.
Warren really locked in on Williams, and they missed the switch.
And Kenny Williams made him pay, Mike.
Yeah, they missed a little bit. Now you can attack the rim, try to get some fouls.
Here's Benson breaking the pressure. Tried to get it to Kenny Williams, did on the deflection, and Williams scores. Williams got it. A 3-ball from Kenny Williams. Hit the back end of a 2-shot chance. And to Johnson, ahead from May. Here is Kenny Williams, the up and under, and the foul.
This game early tonight.
That's 7 points, 5 rebounds against Notre Dame. 7 points more than he had scored all season long.
And Krzyzewski was asked about his bench before the game, and he told us he subs by feel. He's got a lot of different guys on the bench. None of them play a ton of minutes, but he opts to get White into the game early. Kenny Williams with a foul with a thunderous dunk.
That was big time. Well, what a statement in your first Duke North Carolina game.
Open three, second of the night. Marquise Bolden into the game now for Duke. Mike Krzyzewski said before the game, Bolden just backed off an injury a couple of games ago. They want to get him more involved right now. Running hook into the lane. How nice was that?
Well, can't let him get to his left hand. He is such an unorthodox player, but just so good.
Oh, Williams had been in a shooting slump. Duval with a drive. Won't stay down. Barry pushing it for Carolina.
Smart challenge by May. 2 hands, didn't foul.
Williams, 4 threes tonight. Make it 5. Joel Barry's playing defense with a smile on his face. Feeling this run. Great tip by Williams to get it to Barry. Williams the drive and the lay-in.
Well, that was all off a little shot fake and then getting into the gap of the zone.
Carter steps into a 3. Already got 1 tonight, but not this time.
Well, that was a settle. When you've got that much size, you want to go inside.
Williams wide open again.
Sudden, Pitt's getting off to a little confident start here. Panthers with a pair of triples in their last 2 trips. And the lead for Pittsburgh is 5. Kenny Williams along, too. So the young man's got 11, averages almost 13 against the league. Coming off 32 on Tuesday night at Clemson. And he hit 6 threes. Here's Kenny Williams, a triple to open. Wow, the beat.
The learning curve you go through, especially with your primary ball handlers.
Here's that zone, Mike. Pittsburgh used it in the first half. Williams, deep corner. Wow, Kenny Brown. 14 now for Terrell Brown, Mike.
Yeah, I really like his chance. I like his upside.
Williams bangs on the 3.
For Kenny Williams, I mean, just at some point you doubt whether you're ever going to see the basket go through the ball go through the basket, and then now the run out. You see all those numbers hanging up there.
Sure.
See the coaches that are up there.
Yeah.
See the numbers that are over at Cameron. I mean, it's great players and great coaches making each other better, and it's just there's no other.
Pressure on this Clemson defense. They want to get back into the ballgame. Even though Clemson has badly outplayed North Carolina, we saw last week in Morgantown, West Virginia, this is not an insurmountable lead.
There is Kenny Williams getting involved.
Reopened his recruiting and chose North Carolina. Good steal.
Now North Carolina with numbers. The high handoff, and Williams has 6 consecutive points.
Carolina State all game, 13 of 25 is the Wolfpack from the three-point strike.
Carolina has struggled from deep. On the other side, just 2 for 14 so far. This is Berry. Now to Williams. 1-point lead for the defending champs. Williams, beautiful cut. 3-point. Torrin Dorn, the Charlotte kid, with a monstrous shot. But 14 left in counting. Johnson. Here comes Williams around the screen. Going glass again.
Penetration to get a paint touch and into the lane and contract the defense.
And you saw it was a 3. The score was wrong on the screen. So it was, they didn't give him 3 points to tie the game at 30 apiece. Let's bring in Allison.
Well, Sean, we're seeing Virginia Tech alternating their defense. That's intentionally. They're going.
You've got to do it for the entire season, but that's pretty good company to keep.
Anytime you can be in a category with the greatest of all time in Sam Perkins, that's great company to be in.
Kenny Williams, good way to start the half.
Clemson, Theo Pinson shooting under 15% from out there. Now there is a turnover that's going to give the Tar Heels a chance to run.
Berry running free with the second Tiger giveaway, and Williams a triple. And Kenny Williams, the 6th best three-point shooter in the league. Recovers in traffic. Pinson, May, Johnson a 3. Williams the follow on the offensive glass.
And then in transition, once again, North Carolina able to get the wide open 3.
Berry, 15 to shoot. Skip all the way across. Williams, hesitation, 3-ball. 8 for Kenny Williams.
And Pinson, he may not be able to shoot threes very well, but my goodness, you leave him alone that close to the basket, you're in trouble.
There's a turnover with Cam Johnson and Felton for Williams. That's already 10 for Marquise Reed. Cuts it to him. Here's the long pass. Williams the catch. And the layup.
And Notre Dame on top. Well, Notre Dame wants to stretch out this North Carolina defense and move the ball from side to side. They run a lot of different sets to get their guys open. And the soft touch has to be the same amount in both places.
Harvey misses the 3. The last foul, by the way, was on May, and it's his 3rd. Pinson driving, kicking, and the finish for Williams.
Chapman. And that's where Pinson really comes in handy, especially on the defensive end of the floor. He's so long. You get a hand up. BC's guards are fantastic, but undersized. You see those runs early on. And with North Carolina, you expect that. Boston College very capable of exploding themselves.
They just seemed indifferent, North Carolina, on the offensive end much of that day. Popovich can't get that one to go. Well defended by Sterling. And here's Williams for 3.
He's one of their... Well, he's just got no outlets, nobody to throw the ball to.
Got an open look that he didn't expect and left it shy of the mark.
They didn't have that corner covered, and he thought there was going to be a guy there.
May with 9 rebounds now, and Williams with love, says the young man from Chestnut Hill. 57-49. He exploded along the baseline.
And he's the one guy that Jim Christian is not worried about with the minutes.
It's work by Williams.
We talked to him this afternoon, and quite frankly, he is fine with that. He said this is the time of year when you learn what you have in these teams as you get into conference play, and they go through it through adversity, and you see how they respond. And he pointed out that he's not going to...
It's tied Jerome, and we are knotted early.
Just know how to play. Their guards can flat out shoot the ball. Their 3 perimeter players have been outstanding this year. Talking about Hall, Jerome, and Guy.
Williams, he's 2 for 2.
That's a .com. Maybe you'll win like he one. Shoot that jumper, Mr. Hall. Go to DickVitaleOnline.com. $100 donation, and you get a chance on a brand new. Oh, what a play there! Match that, baby.
Another three for Hall.
Speeding up the game. You go to traps. You go to pressures. You try to speed up. They're a tough team to pressure. They handle the ball so well.
Williams tries a three. Both teams starting to heat up here in the second.
Followed by North Carolina in a very close battle. And number 3, you got the Seminoles in terms of wins.
Right. Leonard Hamilton's been here since 2002. 3 from Justin Jackson here last year. Talk about losing points. Florida State lost a bunch of points. A couple of the guys in the NBA now.
Well, Bacon and Isaac.
Yep.
I'll tell you one thing, Kofor Reel's having a strong year this year.
Over 50% from three-point land is Kofor. May's a 45% shooter from 3. We got ourselves a three-point shooting.
Mistake, but North Carolina's cut into that with a couple of threes.
Another alley.
Not there at all. He telegraphed that, baby.
Back-to-back bad passes, and now a chance for Williams to bury a 3, and he does. And a long one to Kofor. He fires up. That misses. How about Florida State doing some work on the boards, but run out for Carolina. Williams. In the corner. Got it.
Tell you one thing.
A lot of people, in spite of what we saw from Georgia, say you can't pick against Alabama. Luke May misses. Rebound Johnson. He looks to pass, and Williams with an easy bunny. Just by their record, or how do you know what a winner is?
Well, you watch him play, you watch form, watch him at tough times, how he competes.
Wilbekin spots up. Saw the rebound, taken away by Johnson, and here come the Tar Heels.
Really smart. Wake Forest did a terrific job of getting back. There was no break, so instead of throwing it in the traffic, Johnson just backed it up and you run offense. And you get a layup.
How about Williams with the left hand?
Yeah, really good. This group in front of you. Games are always different. You know, games are organic. You got to do something different in every game. But in this game, you got to keep Wake in front of you and drive it to your left hand if you're Williams.
More. I tell you what, Coach Williams, the Hall of Famer, was very complimentary of your son. Williams, elevation! Dad gum.
I know how I spell it, but it ain't with a dad or a gummit. It's a little different.
Barry.
Yeah, good move by Williams. He hadn't been in the game. Now you get it, you shoot it, you make it. Really good.
Here's a squeeze box play.
Williams around the pick on top. Will take the shot and got it.
That's tough to defend.
4 points.
Wofford plays at one of the slowest tempos in the country. They play about 19 seconds of possession. So if you're North Carolina, you've got to stay locked in. 2 post moves from Cameron Jackson.
Here's Williams, top of the arc, knocks down the 3 in North Carolina.
Has like bear claws for hands. Anything in his area or outside, he is snatching up.
Williams with the floater in the lane. "57 straight games in double digits for Fletcher McGee. As Williams with the answer for North.
It's a 2-point try. You know, in North Carolina's last game against Western Carolina, they shot a remarkable 73% from beyond.
Well, that's just too easy.
Back and forth they go. Kenny Williams with the lay.
Manley pinned underneath the basket.
Bone. He's been hot. A little strong on the triple. Williams spotting up. You give him that much room and he's knocking. Barry. Nice putback by Kenny Williams. Wide open look from the corner, but Darrington is off the mark. Here comes Luke May. Give it off to Barry.
Good pass.
Williams right to the basket.
Boy, that was beautiful. Got to bring full court pressure. That's unusual not to have any call there. But Tennessee not handling the pressure very well at all. Good call by Roy Williams to bring the full court pressure in the trap.
Here's Pinson on the wing. Give it back to Williams, who rises up for the lead.
as a unit is something the Hills have to continue to get better at to be the dominant team we think they can be.
Devin Peterson has, Mutombo on the floor. We expect to see Devin Peterson at some point tonight here in the ball game. Kenny Williams at 3 from the corner. Williams, Mutombo.
That's a good sign for the Catamounts. He's struggled in this early season. Mutombo, a guy that led him in scoring a season ago, but has struggled a bit here early. Good sign knocking down that 3. But hitting
with 8 to shoot. Williams took it away. Gosselin to beat. And he gets the layup. He's hitting Barry. Doing Joel Barry things. Can't finish it. Huffman lost it. May saves it. Here's Kenny Williams at 3. Oh, my goodness. That's more than their average coming in. You see the layup on the cut by Parks for his second field goal. And there goes Williams for the rack. Kenny.
And Luke May, the rip drive over 2 defenders. Soft touch off the glass by the big man.
Here's Williams who tries a straightaway 3, and that's pure. As well, I remember the first time I saw him in person was in 2013 in Brooklyn, as a matter of fact, at an Under Armour event. And he won the dunk contest, dunked over his mom, Barbara.
And jump. Brooks unable to close it.
Slater for Frazier. Still no threes have fallen. 0 for 5, Tulane from deep. Cornish cans the 3-pointer. The UNLV transfer gets on the board. Williams 15-footer. The answer right away.
You can't allow the Tar Heels to get another offensive possession and a chance to build on this lead.
Jumper from Ajang is short. They failed to do what they wanted. Williams the other way, and he gets the bucket to close out.
You love to see kids like that rewarded with playing well.
It's an interesting story because he was recruited at North Carolina as a walk-on as Kenny Williams. Manley the rebound off the Goodmanson miss.
Coach Roy Williams stomping his foot on that sideline. In this ball game, no excuses. You must fight over screen. Coach McKillop yelling out to his freshman Carter Collins too early. In order to keep Carolina out of transition, you must take good shots.
Blue taking the place of 7th Woods in the rotation tonight. Play tech well off the mark. Williams gets it back and inside connects. Of the non-conference schedule for most teams. You saw that Big Ten conference game taking place tonight, but the ACC dominated the Big Ten in the ACC Big Ten Challenge, taking 11 out of 14 games. And you know when conference play starts in January, it's going to get tough. Inside, beautiful bounce pass to Kenny. Barry outside to Pinson. That's not his shot. That is Williamson. And a nice save on the hustle by Robinson. Williams connects in.
Inside with Wagner, because that's one of the areas they're really concerned about when you talk about North Carolina. Interior play, both in the post offensively and defensively. Then show some patience.
Williams for 3. That's a good start for the hit. Wagner through the double team again with the left hand.
He really made a smart move coming back to school. He needed another year, was not ready with quickness and strength for the NBA.
What do you think, though, now that he has this next year in front of him as Williams goes down the lane?
He's a kid that's really been playing fairly well at that point guard slot for them.
Williams, another triple.
For me, it's really been uplifting as far as college basketball. Great coaches, great teams playing hard. It's still, got, huge upside, and it's really kind of in good shape. We got to get through the FBI investigation part of it and get it settled down.
We're lucky enough to get to take part in that as a deep 3. Darrell Macon on the miss, and it's controlled by the Tar Heels.
Will China have us back next year after what happened this year?
Kenny Williams from deep in North Carolina.
That magazine cover.
With you on the cover.
And you know who wrote that article? A North Carolina grad. Curry Kirkpatrick.
The scoop. Kenny Williams in North. Across the key, and it's Jalen Barford who has 11.
But the way that North Carolina, even when they do give up a basket, they just get the ball in and bounds quickly, and that's always Luke May, who's Just torching everybody out here.
Kenny Williams.
Out here at the Memorial Coliseum. You know, they used to have the standing room only slots here when this was an active NBA building. You knew that this was an active NBA building for many years.
And I've heard you played in this building.
And this building.
Kenny Williams.
Who?
Anton Beard for the Razorbacks. Hits from outside.
Oh, beautiful transition offense.
Kenny Williams to the basket. With the emphatic spike.
Great play. Teamwork.
2-on-1. Kenny Williams to the basket.
When was that set?
Earlier this season against Northern Iowa. And 16 rebounds for May, also a career high.
Beautiful.
17 years all told for Terry Porter as a player in the NBA, also a head coach in the NBA, and a two-time All-Star.
Played with San Antonio, Minnesota, and Miami.
Count it for Kenny Williams. Luke May the rebound, the miss from Malcolm Porter.
Take it to the hoop, Kenny Williams. Yeah.
And I didn't know you liked baseball. Luke May missing, and the follow from Kenny Williams.
It's the first time I've ever seen Kenny Williams. The world trip that changed the world. I said, oh my gosh, I had no idea. There's no reason to ever leave here. But he's back, and we're so fortunate.
Kenny Williams, three.
And this developer of talent and recruiter.
Joe Walker missing a three. Loose ball. Knocked free by Theo Pinson, who's doing everything for the Tar Heels today. Kenny Williams finishes in transition. 12 straight for Northland.
That shot looks like Multnomah Falls, which has been closed because of the fires that were bedeviling this region late summer.
Impressive pull-up from Kenny Williams.
My life.
At least one of us is. Here's a steal for North Carolina. Walker lost the ball. 2-on-1. To the basket. 17 for Kenny Williams.
Basketball, and they've got to get good shots, and that means not quick shots. Quick shots that lead to long rebounds usually end up with transition buckets the other way for Carolina.
Kenny Williams.
For USC, a big win for them on the road last night against Vanderbilt. This Stanford lineup is experienced. They are consistent, and they shoot a very high percentage.
Up top, Williams, his second pass to Dejon Davis, and Stanford leads by 5. Williams penetrates, beautiful hang and finish. That's 8 points. North Carolina came in on Friday to get accustomed to the time change. I mean, this is an 11:30 Eastern start for these guys, and then they head to Portland from here. That's a third three because every year in college basketball, as Travis misses a three, it seems like you're starting over. You have almost a new team. Granted, a lot of the North Carolina players returned. Another one. That's 4 threes for the event. Good defense that time by Huffman on Sharma, the 7-footer for Stanford. Barry pushing tempo. You can't leave Williams open. He's got the hot hand. He smokes them. He'll try it again. Hit it again.
This is a show right now.
He is now 11 of 19 from three-point range on the season. So both teams put some points on the board here early. 7-6 Bucknell. Kenny Williams has it top left. He'll try a long.
Nick Sestina comes in.
Tar Heels have led by as many as 16.
6'9", 247.
Deep on the left wing, almost to the sideline.
Felton's been relatively quiet here in the first half. Here's May. Gives it up to Felton. They make the one extra pass to Williams.
Williams up.
Barry making his season debut. Shot to the basket with just 2 on the shot clock. How about Manley? And they'll send it out to Williams, who goes baseline and under for 2. And that will rattle in for Brown. And Williams ahead of the pack. Look out.
The ESPN app as well.
A lot of suspensions in that one right there for UCLA. Ball, Riley, and Hill.
Koji and Todrick Jackson for Georgia Tech. Throws out there.
All-day ice bath on Sunday. Already scheduled, you would assume. Kenny Williams gets his man way up in the air, and well, UNI's relied on the 3-ball. 9, but elsewhere they have struggled to shoot.
And Spencer Haldeman on the Missouri Valley all-freshman team last year.
Redshirt sophomore from Iowa.